I'd have porridge, oat smoothies, as like loads of them. I just put. I find it much easier than like making porridge. So I put oats and I put milk in a blender and a NutriBullet, and I just blend that up and have it. And I'd have about 2 or 3 of them before the game just to get the carbs or whatever up. And yeah, I find it easier to drink my carbs than eat them. So that's my way forward.
No, it's a long time since I've chopped down trees like Manny Pacquiao. I think, our strength and conditioning programs are so good at the moment that, when we leave training at 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we're pretty much dust for the day. Go home and relax. Not too many guys will go home and chop trees.
Look, I think probably training in general, like for me, you've got to enjoy it. You've got to enjoy what you do. I've been very lucky to have been professional for a long time, but also to have played rugby at all levels for a very long time. And the one thing that's probably stayed constant for me is the enjoyment. In terms of the rugby specific skills, for me as a hooker, it's just about practice. And I think there is that old saying that I know a lot of people have coined it, but Jack Nicklauson's the one that I have heard said a few times, is just the more practice, the luckier I seem to get. And as a hooker, that is the case. I used to think in my early career, if you hit a few line-outs outside of training, that was enough. Coupled with the stuff you did in training now, for me, the line-outs we do in training is just a small fraction of the throwing that I have to do to make sure that my core skill is where it needs to be.
Oh, that's massively important. You need, for me especially, I need light enough clothes. The feel of it needs to be good on my body. I don't want to be uncomfortable in certain situations, and I think depends on whether you're inside in the gym where there's aircon or outside where it's raining or the sun is shining. You want to feel comfortable in what you're wearing, and you want to move. Your body wants to move naturally, not be restricted by your pants being too tight or too short or too long, or your jersey being too tight or too small. So I think it comes down to you need to be comfortable in what you're wearing.